Dear students, today we will solve one example of fund flow statement. This is from Veer Narmad South Gujarat University TY BCom April 2014 examination. Here we have a balance sheets of Shivam Limited for the year ended 31st March 2013 and 31st March 2014. On liability side, we have equity share capital, 8% redeemable preference share capital, general reserve, capital reserve, profit and loss account, 10% debentures, creditors, bills payable, provision for taxation, and proposed dividend. On asset side, we have goodwill, land and building, plant and machineries, investment, stock, debtors, bills receivable, bank balance, and share issue expenses. Here we have additional information. Number 1. In 2013-14, a depreciation of rupees 64,800 has been written off on plant and machinery, and no depreciation has been charged on land and building. Second adjustment. A piece of land has been sold out and the balance has been revalued. Profit on such sale and revaluation profit being transferred to capital reserve account. There is no other entry in capital reserve account. Number 3. A machine costing rupees 54,000 was sold for rupees 43,200. Number 4. Rupees 7,560 dividend has been received, but it includes rupees 2,160 pre-acquisition dividend which is credited to investment account. Number 5. An interim dividend of rupees 36,000 has been paid in 2013-14. Number 6. Stock was valued at 20% less than its original cost on 31st March 2013. Now it is decided to value at cost price. Stock on 31st March 2014 is shown at its cost price. Number 7. During the year, debentures were issued at 5% discount. Number 8. During the year, 1/3 of share issue expenses were written off. Number 9. The company has issued bonus shares in the ratio of 2:1 to existing shareholders by capitalizing the required amount from general reserve on 1st April 2013. And last, number 10. Proposed dividend and provision for taxation are not to treat as current liabilities. From the above adjustments and balance sheets, we are to prepare number 1. Statement of changes in working capital and fund flow statement. Here is the outline of solution. First of all, we will prepare statement showing changes in working capital. Second, we will prepare non-current accounts having adjustments effect. Here in this sum, land and building account, capital reserve account, plant and machinery account, investment account, equity share capital account, preference share capital account, general reserve account, provision for taxation account, and proposed dividend account. Then we will pass journal entries for remaining non-current accounts having hidden adjustments. Next we will prepare adjusted profit and loss account, and finally we will prepare fund flow statement. Now first of all, we will prepare statement showing changes in working capital. Here is the balance sheet abstract, current assets and current liabilities. Dear students, stock in 2013 was valued at rupees 3,06,000, which is 20% less than its cost price. So first of all, we will calculate cost price of stock in the 2013. It is calculated something like this, that book value of stock divided by 100 minus 20%, that is 80%. So 3,06,000 divided by 80% is equal to 3,82,500. So 3,82,500 is our cost price of stock for the year 2012-13, and stock will be increased by rupees 76,500, the difference between two. So our entry will be stock account debit 76,500 to profit and loss account 76,500. And while preparing working capital schedule, stock will be recorded as rupees 3,82,500 in the previous year 2012-13. Now let us check the statement showing changes in working capital. Particulars: previous year 2012-13, current year 2013-14, working capital increase and decrease. First we will take current assets. Stock 3,82,500 and 2,80,800. So it is decreasing by rupees 1,01,700. So working capital decrease rupees 1,01,700. Our second current asset is debtors. So debtors 2,16,000 and 3,24,000. It is increased by rupees 1,08,000. So working capital increase rupees 1,08,000. Our next current asset is bills receivable 54,000 and 64,800. It is increased by rupees 10,800. So working capital increase rupees 10,800. Our next current asset is bank balance 61,200 and 68,400. It is increased by rupees 7,200. So working capital increase with rupees 7,200. And our total current assets amount to 7,13,700 in the previous year and 7,38,000 in the current year. Now we will take current liabilities, and we have creditors 93,600 and 1,90,800. It is increasing by rupees 97,200. So our working capital will decrease by rupees 97,200. Our next current liability, bills payable 64,800 and 43,200. It is decreasing by rupees 21,600. So working capital will increase by rupees 21,600. And our total current liability in the previous year amounts to 1,58,400, and in the current year 2,34,000. And now our working capital, total current assets minus total current liabilities. So 7,13,700 minus 1,58,400 is equal to 5,55,300 in the previous year and 5,04,000 in the current year. So our working capital decreased by rupees 51,300, and this 51,300 decrease amount will be put in current year column and working capital increase column to match the total. And our working capital increase rupees 51,300 will be put in fund flow statement as source of fund, and increase in stock will be recorded in adjusted profit and loss account credit side rupees 76,500. Now we will solve adjustment number 1 and 2 for land and building. Adjustment number 1, there is no depreciation charge on land and building, so no entry will be passed. Adjustment number 2, a piece of land has been sold out and the balance has been revalued. Profit on such sale and revaluation profit being transferred to capital reserve. There is no other entry in capital reserve. My dear students, this is abstract of balance sheet. Here is the capital reserve account. There is no opening balance and closing balance 90,000. It means profit on sale and revaluation profit both are rupees 90,000, and these 90,000 will be transferred from land and building account. Here we have a land and building account. Previous year balance 3,60,000 and current year balance 2,70,000. So we will prepare land and building account. Opening balance on debit side rupees 3,60,000 and closing balance on credit side rupees 2,70,000. Now we will pass entry for this profit on sale plus revaluation profit, and our accounting entry would be land and building account debit rupees 90,000 to capital reserve account rupees 90,000, and posting land and building account debit side to capital reserve account 90,000. And now by closing land and building account we get balancing figure rupees 80,000 on credit side. This will be treated as sale of land and building, and our accounting entry will be bank account debit to land and building account rupees 80,000, and rupees 80,000 will be recorded as a source of fund in fund flow statement. Now we will solve adjustment number 1 and adjustment number 3 for plant and machinery. Adjustment number 1, in 2013-14 a depreciation of rupees 64,800 has been written off on plant and machinery, and a machine costing rupees 50,000 was sold for rupees 43,200. These two are the adjustments. Here is the balance sheet abstract. Opening balance of plant and machinery 3,24,000 and closing balance 6,87,600. Here we prepare plant and machinery account. We take opening balance on debit side rupees 3,24,000 and closing balance on credit side rupees 6,87,600. Now we will pass journal entry for depreciation written off, and our entry will be depreciation account debit to plant and machinery account rupees 64,800 and posting plant and machinery account credit side by depreciation rupees 64,800. And second entry for adjustment number 3, that is sale of plant and machinery. So bank account debit rupees 43,200. Profit and loss account debit rupees 10,800 to plant and machinery account rupees 54,000. And now posting on plant and machinery account credit side by bank rupees 43,200 and by profit and loss account rupees 10,800. And now by closing plant and machinery account we will get balancing figure on debit side rupees 4,82,400. This will be treated as purchase of plant and machinery, and our accounting entry will be plant and machinery account debit to bank account rupees 4,82,400. And the effects are depreciation rupees 4,800 will be debited to adjusted profit and loss account. Sale of plant rupees 43,200 will be recorded as a source of fund, and purchase of plant rupees 4,82,400 will be recorded as application of fund in fund flow statement. Now we will solve adjustment number 4 for investments. Adjustment is rupees 7,560 dividend has been received, but it includes rupees 2,160 as pre-acquisition dividend, which is credited to investment account. Here is the abstract of balance sheet. Investment last year balance 36,000 and current year balance rupees 3,06,000. So we prepare investment account. Opening balance debit side rupees 36,000. Closing balance credit side rupees 3,06,000. Now journal entry for dividend received. Bank account debit rupees 7,560 to dividend account rupees 7560, and dividend includes rupees 2160 as pre-acquisition dividend. This is capital receipt for the company and it cannot be credited to profit and loss account, and that is why 2160 is utilized to credit the investment account. So our accounting entry will be dividend account debit rupees 7560 to investment account rupees 2160, because this is capital receipt, to profit and loss account rupees 5400, and posting will be investment account credit side by dividend account rupees 2160. Now by closing investment account we will get balancing figure rupees 2,71,160 on debit side. This will be treated as purchase of investment, and our accounting entry will be investment account debit to bank account 2,71,160. And now the effect, dividend rupees 5,400 will be recorded in adjusted profit and loss account credit side, and purchase of investment rupees 2,71,160 will be recorded as an application of fund. Now we will solve two adjustments, adjustment number 5 and 7 for interim dividend and issue of debentures. An interim dividend rupees 36,000 has been paid in 2013-14. So our accounting entry will be first for dividend declared, profit and loss account debit to interim dividend account rupees 36,000, and second entry for payment of interim dividend, so interim dividend account debit to bank account 36,000. Now adjustment number 7. During the year debentures were issued at 5% discount. Here we prepare our 10% debentures account. There is no opening balance, so opening balance on credit side 0, and there is a closing balance of rupees 1,80,000. It means during the year company issued debentures worth rupees 1,80,000 at 5% discount. So our accounting entry for issue of debentures will be bank account debit rupees 1,71,000, debenture discount account debit rupees 9,000 to 10% debentures account 1,80,000. Now we make posting. So debentures account credit side by bank rupees 1,71,000 and by discount account rupees 9,000, and this 9,000 debenture discount is written off during the year because it is not put in balance sheet of the company in 2013-14 on asset side. That's why it is to be write off against profit. So our entry will be profit and loss account debit to debenture discount account rupees 9,000. Now we will solve adjustment number 8. It is in relation to share issue expenses. During the year, 1/3 of share issue expenses were written off. Here we prepare equity share issue expenses account. There is no opening balance, so opening balance on debit side 0 and closing balance rupees 32,400. Now let us see the working of share issue expenses. Suppose total amount of expense paid rupees 3. Actual right now we don't know, so it is question mark. Less written off during the year 1/3 of 3, that is rupees 1. Right now we don't know, it is question mark. So balance not written off would be rupees 2, and that is in our balance sheet rupees 32,400. So now that is a simple cross multiplication for actual amount of expense, that 2 is equal to 32,400, so 3 is equal to question mark. If you put into formula, it would be something 32,400 multiply 3 divide by 2, so it is 48,600. It means share issue expense incurred during the year by company rupees 48,600, and our accounting entry share issue expense account debit to bank account 48,600, and here entry to bank 48,600, and now 1/3 written off during the year. So written off is equal to 48,600 into 1/3, that is 16,200. So our entry will be profit and loss account debit to share issue expenses account 16,200. And now our equity share issue expenses account will get tally. Now we will solve adjustment number 9, issue of bonus shares, and the adjustment is the company has issued bonus shares in the ratio of 2:1 to existing shareholders by capitalizing the required amount from general reserve on 1st April 2013. Here is the abstract of balance sheet. Equity share capital 3,60,000 and 9 lakh. General reserve 2,52,000 and 1 lakh 8,000. We have prepared the general reserve account and equity share capital account. First we take opening balance and closing balance. So general reserve account credit side opening balance 2,52,000 and closing balance rupees 1 lakh 8,000. Same way equity share capital account credit side opening balance 3,60,000 and closing balance debit side rupees 9 lakh. Now out of general reserve bonus share is declared in the ratio of 2:1. So this ratio will be applied on opening balance of equity share capital. So bonus declared out of general reserve would be 3,60,000 into 1/2. It will be 1,80,000 and our accounting entry will be general reserve account debit to shareholders bonus account 1,80,000. So general reserve account debit side to shareholders bonus account 1,80,000. And now by closing general reserve account we will get balancing figure rupees 36,000 and this will be transferred from profit and loss account to general reserve, and our accounting entry will be profit and loss account debit to general reserve account. And now for issue of bonus shares, so shareholders bonus account debit 1,80,000 to equity share capital account rupees 1,80,000 and equity share capital account credit side by shareholders bonus account rupees 1,80,000. Now by closing equity share capital account we will get balancing figure rupees 3,60,000 on credit side. This will be treated as issue of equity shares during the year. Now we will see adjustment number 10 for proposed dividend and provision for taxation. Just information is proposed dividend and provision for tax are not to be treated as current liabilities. So we will prepare separate account and solve the adjustment. So in first we prepare provision for taxation account. Opening balance on credit side rupees 1,800 and closing balance on debit side rupees 1,15,200 and there is no adjustment information, so we will assume that opening balance paid during the current year 2013-14 and our accounting entry will be provision for tax account debit to bank account 1,800 and posting provision for tax account debit side to bank account 1,800. And now by closing provision for tax account we will get balancing figure rupees 1,15,200 on credit side. This will be treated as provision during the year and our entry will be profit and loss account debit to provision for tax account. Now proposed dividend account. Opening balance on credit side rupees 97,200 and closing balance on debit side rupees 1,18,800. There is no additional information for proposed dividend, so we assume opening balance is paid during the current year and our entry will be proposed dividend account debit to bank account 97,200 and posting proposed dividend account debit side to bank account 97,200. Now by closing proposed dividend account we will get balancing figure rupees 1,18,800 on credit side. This is proposed during the current year and our accounting entry will be profit and loss account debit to proposed dividend account rupees 1,18,800. Now we will pass journal entries for remaining non-current accounts having hidden adjustment. On liability side we have only redeemable preference shares capital. Opening balance 5,40,000, closing balance 3,60,000. It means preference shares of rupees 1,80,000 were redeemed during the year. So our entry will be first entry for transfer of preference shares capital. So preference share capital account debit to preference share holders account 1,80,000 and second entry for payment to preference share holders. So preference share holders account debit to bank account 1,80,000. Here it is assumed that preference shares are redeemed out of the proceeds of equity shares previously issued worth rupees 3,60,000. And on asset side we have goodwill. Opening balance 2,16,000 and closing balance 1,69,200. It means goodwill reduced by rupees 46,800. It means it is written off. So our accounting entry will be adjusted profit and loss account debit to goodwill account rupees 46,800. Now we will prepare adjusted profit and loss account. First of all, we will take opening balance on credit side rupees 64,800 and closing balance on debit side rupees 97,200. Now we will give the effect of previously solved adjustments. First, plant depreciation 64,800. Next, loss on sale of plant rupees 10,800. Interim dividend rupees 36,000. Debentures discount return of rupees 9,000. Share issue expense return of rupees 16,200. Provision for taxation 1,15,200. Proposed dividend 1,18,800. Goodwill return of 46,800. Transfer to general reserve rupees 36,000. And on credit side, by increase in opening stock 76,500 and by dividend on investment rupees 5,400. Now by closing adjusted profit and loss account we get balancing figure rupees 4,04,100 on credit side. This will be treated as adjusted profit and will be recorded in fund flow statement as a source. Now we will prepare fund flow statement. Very first, on source side we will record decrease in working capital rupees 51,300. Now we will record other adjustments. So source, sale of land 1,80,000, sale of plant and machinery rupees 43,200, dividend received 7,560, issue of debentures 1,71,000, issue of equity shares 3,60,000 and adjusted profit rupees 4,04,100. Now on application side, purchase of plant rupees 4,82,400, purchase of investments rupees 2,72,160, interim dividend paid rupees 36,000, share issue expense paid rupees 48,600, preference shareholders 1,80,000, income tax paid 1,800 and dividend paid rupees 97,200 and finally fund flow tallies with rupees 12,17,160. That's all.